Hi, today I would like to compare my two Les Pauls. This Greco from 1989. I think it is a EG 59 to 60 model. Not 100% sure, but that's the closest I've got. This guitar here is my Epiphone from Korea. And that is, I think it's a 94. I'll put it up here if I'm wrong. This has Burstbucker Pros inside now. Not to be confused with the Burstbucker 1, 2 and 3. They have Alnico 2 magnets. The Pros have Alnico 5, and that's why these are different. These are P.A.F style, which also the Burstbucker Pros are based on. But these are Alnico 2 magnets, I'm pretty sure of that. And they have a different output and sound different than the Alnico 5 magnet pickups. So it's a good comparison to do, I think, even though it's different guitars. But so hardware, electronics, playing style, well, playing style is the same for this comparison. But anyways, there are loads of variations here, but I hope that the pickups also will speak clearly through this, so you can hear that there are a difference. So first I'll play them a bit clean, and I'll add my Sweet Honey overdrive to push the amp a bit. And the amp is my trusted Grand Tweed Deluxe 5E3 amp with a Celestian Blue speaker. Without further ado, let's play. So you heard both clean tones there without overdrive, and then most of the time I had the Sweet Honey Overdrive Deluxe version pushed. It has a pretty low gain setting. It's just so I can push the amp to have more of the harmonics that I love. So to the difference or the similarities, I think these appeal mostly to me, at least when I sit here at home and play and listen in for the tones. It's more inspiring in a way, although they are both very good. If I didn't have this, I would love to just play this Epiphone with the Burstbucker Pros. I think they are great. They have a different kind of output, and they are a bit, I wouldn't say harsher, I'm looking for a word here to describe it, but I have to be a bit more careful with my playing with these to not go too deep into the treble-ish area of the tones. So the former owner of these pickups, my friend Marcello, which you may have come across if you watch my channel, he had these in his standard Les Paul, and he thought they were very trebly, and I can see that when I play them now, that if you dig in, they get a bit trebly, and you have to be a bit aware of that. And my playing style, with not using a pick, I'm just using my fingers, may help to avoid those spikes, if you like. So I like these, but I think I would prefer, if I should choose one of them, I would go with these. And I think these pickups are very suited for this guitar, especially. This is a kind of a vintage vibe on this guitar, and they sound very right for my taste in this guitar. It just leaves me inspired when I play it. So it lends itself to the vintage tones, I think, and helps me be more artistic in a way. Yeah, I love it. But let's talk about the Burstbucker Pros, because what I've read now is that back in the days when Gibson started making these humbuckers, they used what magnets they had laying around, at least in the early days, until around 61, where they started to be more consistent. So they might have used Alnico 5 magnets in those early P.A.F style pickups also. So the Burstbucker Pros, as I said earlier, they are a bit different than the Burstbuckers 1, 2 and 3 that you will find in many custom shop guitars today. So I hope from the sound samples, my playing, that I was able to give you a taste of the difference in these two. I think if you are playing with a pick and maybe are not so sensitive about the tones that you pull out of your guitar, these Burstbucker Pros might not be the ones that you would like to go for, because they are sensitive. You need to be aware of that. The vintage style with the Alnico 2 magnets, they are more forgiving. So you can dig more into it, and I think they will sound good most of the time. These will also, but you should just be aware of that. They could have some spikes in the treble area if you are less sensitive in your playing. So I brought this guitar to a rehearsal with my band this week, and I thought it sounded great. And I had the same signal chain as you have heard today, the Sweet Honey Overdrive into this Grand Tweed Deluxe. Perfect. So it sounds really good in the band, but of course this guitar does that as well. This guitar though is quite heavy compared to this. I guess this is chambered, this is not, so there is a difference in weight. So playing this for a whole night on my shoulders, a bit challenging, but bringing it and switching to a Strat or another guitar is helpful. Okay, that's it. Hope it was useful. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.